Good evening. What's up, gaming fans? Welcome back to Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, this video, we're going to be talking about Summer Games Fest 2023. Not too long ago, just finished watching the live stream, and wow, mega wow. Got quite a bit I want to talk about. I mainly want to talk about the games that got my attention the most, that really got me excited. But before I get into those games specifically, I also wanted to mention a few beat 'em ups that I'm actually very excited about, that were just announced, with one of them announcing some DLC. So definitely a great day today for gaming. And of course, the finale. I want to dive deep into the finale that they showed off. But first off, let's get started with these beat 'em up games that were announced. First off, I know this wasn't part of the Summer Games Fest, but I wanted to go ahead and speak about this since I am very excited about this. But we got Double Dragon Gaiden: Rise of the Dragons that was announced not too long ago. As a matter of fact, it was last month that this was announced, and I have to say, this looks really legit, and it looks like it's going to be a lot better than Double Dragon Neon. I'm sorry, I played Double Dragon Neon. I thought it was trash. I thought it was definitely didn't feel like a Double Dragon game. But this one definitely feels a lot more like a Double Dragon game. And crazy thing is, apparently you can unlock a roster of 13 fighters for this game. That's crazy. Of course, you're going to get your usual Billy and Jimmy Lee. But dang, a roster of up to 13 characters. Woo! That's crazy. That's really crazy. But looks awesome. Definitely looks awesome. And it is a summer release for PS4, PS5. I think it might also come to Steam. I'm not so sure, but they did say PS4, PS5 at least. But definitely a Double Dragon game that looks like that's going to be very legit and tons better than Neon, because I thought Neon was trash. Just pure trash. So definitely excited. Double Dragon Gaiden: Rise of the Dragons. Definitely looking forward to that. At the Guerrilla Collective 2023 showcase, another beat 'em up, and this definitely brings me back to not only the old movies but also the old cartoon. A Toxic Crusaders beat 'em up. Wow, Toxic Crusaders. I haven't heard that name in forever. Used to watch the cartoon. Also watched the Toxic Avenger movies, which I really probably shouldn't have been watching as a kid because they were quite brutal. But they were still really awesome. And they are making a beat 'em up. There's a beat 'em up. So I'm definitely looking forward to this game, to be able to mop the entire Tromaville of goons and baddies. I can't wait. I cannot wait. It's going to be coming to PC, Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S. And so far, looks like it's a 2024 release, which is fine. Totally fine. But it looks awesome. It looks really awesome. And like I said, I like Toxic Crusaders. I remember the cartoon. Toxic Avenger movies, so I'm definitely going to be getting this. I love beat 'em ups, so I definitely look forward to getting this Toxic Crusaders beat 'em up game. It looks awesome. I can't wait to check that out. But looks like it's a 2024 release, so is what it is, but definitely will be on my list. And finally, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, a game that I enjoyed the mess out of. I actually did a live stream of my playthrough of the arcade mode of that, or story mode. Yeah, story mode of that. Enjoyed the mess out of that game. I remember how super hyped I was when they released the first trailer for Shredder's Revenge, and now that I finally got my hands on it, enjoyed the mess out of the game. It was nostalgia all over again because, you know, one of the first, pretty much the first arcade game I ever played was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game, which was back at Chuck E. Cheese long time ago when it was Showbiz Pizza. Y'all remember Showbiz Pizza? That was the name before it became Chuck E. Cheese. And that was the first time I had ever played an arcade game, and it's to this day one of my favorites. Also Turtles in Time as well, of course. But Shredder's Revenge is getting some DLC in the form of Dimension Shell Shock. And I have to say, while it doesn't seem like a huge piece of DLC, it seems very meaningful. There's going to be a new game mode. There's going to be alternate color schemes for each of the characters. There's going to be some new music from musical composer T. Lopez. I think that's the person's name. And Usagi Yojimbo will be a playable character. Like, that is insane. Usagi Yojimbo will be playable in this DLC pack. That is awesome. I remember watching this character quite a bit in the original TV series. Dude is amazing. And he's going to be a playable character. I mean, already you got some great playable characters in the base game with the 4 Turtles, April O'Neil, Casey Jones, Master Splinter. And now they're adding Usagi Yojimbo? I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And I definitely cannot wait to check out this DLC and this new game mode. I noticed it definitely had some new enemies, some new stages as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to checking out this DLC. It'll be available later this year. Looks like potentially fall of this year, which like I said, and as a matter of fact, okay, so there's also going to be a second free update that'll be separate from Dimension Shell Shock, for more color palette options. Okay, see, I didn't see that before. So they're gonna have the DLC and then a second free update aside from the Dimension Shell Shock that's going to add more color palettes. So that's cool. I think that's really cool. So, hey, keep it coming. Keep it coming. But yeah, I can't wait to check out Usagi Yojimbo. I think a lot of Ninja Turtle fans are going to love that for sure. So, definitely looking forward to checking that out. So, but yeah, 3 beat-em-ups. 3 beat-em-ups I'm very excited about. Double Dragon Gaiden, Rise of the Dragons, Toxic Crusaders, and the Dimension Shell Shock DLC for Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Man, great time to be a beat-em-up fan, that's for sure. Okay, before start diving into Summer Games Fest talk, here's a quick word from the sponsor on Game Beauty. As you continue to watch and enjoy Blitzball Champ gaming content here on the U to the Tube, be sure to check out the link in the description for Game Beauty, our sponsor. For an awesome lineup of video game themed makeup and cosmetic products, here is Game Beauty. They offer many different collections such as eyeshadow palettes, Elemental Pearl highlighters, and even this special Persona 5 Royal limited edition makeup collection. They also have free domestic and international shipping to most countries for orders over $60. And you can use the promo code BlitzballChamp and you get 10% off of your order for any and all purchases. So be sure to check out Game Beauty when you have an opportunity. Now, we shall return back to our regularly scheduled video. Enjoy. Okay, Summer Games Fest 2023, which was hosted by Jeff Keighley, definitely had a lot of juiciness. And there's a decent number of games that caught my attention that I'm very much looking forward to. I know they started off with Prince of Persia, new Prince of Persia game. I was never really that big into Prince of Persia, to be honest with y'all. So, I mean, this Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, I'm probably going to skip it. But, I mean, I guess it's cool to see that it's getting some love. You know what I mean? So, also, they showed a gameplay trailer for the new Mortal Kombat 1, which I have to say, it looks like it plays like Mortal Kombat 11, but there's going to be assist from cameo characters, the assist characters. But characters that we saw in action, of course, you had Kung Lao, you had Sub-Zero, you had Scorpion, you had Johnny Cage, you had Kenshi, Katana, Mileena, Liu Kang, Raiden. So, a good number of characters that you saw being played. And then, you know, some pretty neat assist characters. I mean, you saw Sonya Blade, Kano, even Curtis Stryker. They had him in on an assist. So I thought that was pretty cool. But, man, it looked pretty gory as well, especially near the end. But it definitely looked pretty neat. And definitely showed some story clips. Looked really interesting. Looked very interesting. Definitely going to be picking this one up as it releases September 19th. Wow. That releases on my brother's birthday. Huh. I might see if he wants it. I mean, I know a long time ago he used to be into fighting games, but, you know, maybe I can get this for him and get him back in the fighting games. I mean, it releases on his birthday. So, hey, you know. And of course, one of the things they mentioned was if you pre-order, you get Shang Tsung, and they are doing a beta test as well. But, so it looks like how it works is you pick your main character and then you pick your cameo character, and pretty much that'll be your assist character. And it kind of gave me the idea that you could do special attacks, you know, maybe special X-rays, and I don't know, maybe they'll include the cameo character in some fatalities, depending on maybe which combination of main character and cameo character you pick. I think that'd be pretty cool. I think that would actually be really cool. But hey, we'll see what happens. But definitely looking forward to Mortal Kombat 1. I think it looks awesome, and I will definitely be picking it up. But yeah, that's September 19th. So should be really good. I've never played the first Alan Wake, but I have to say that Alan Wake 2 trailer did look pretty dang on good. So, I don't know. I might have to go through the first Alan Wake and then play this one. Definitely looks pretty neat. And Alan Wake 2 is an October 17th release, so just in time before Halloween, I guess, for many. So, hey, something to keep in mind. One game that definitely caught my attention was Sandland, which apparently is from the creator himself of Dragon Ball, Akira Toriyama. I saw this, I was like, whoa. And the vibe that I got from it was kind of like a Dragon Quest Borderlands style type of vibe, you know? It definitely looked really interesting. They didn't have a release date for it, but I will definitely be keeping an eye out on this game. This game looked really intriguing. And, you know, I do like the Dragon Quest games. I have a few of the Dragon Quest games. And, of course, you know, I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan. So, but yeah, it kind of gives me that. It kind of gives that Borderlands, you know, type of feel to it. You know, Borderlands, Dragon Quest. That's the kind of idea I get from it. But it looks very intriguing. So it's definitely a game that I'm gonna keep an eye out for. Maybe it won't come out this year. They didn't have a release date, but hey, I'm definitely looking forward, and will be keeping my eye out on that game for sure. Definitely for sure. Now, I have to say that I did not expect to see a Sonic game at the show, but wow. I have to say, I was very, very impressed with the trailer that they showed of Sonic Superstars. I wasn't so sure if this was going to be like another Sonic Generations or another Sonic Colors type game, but I have to keep it real. This new Sonic trailer, this new trailer for Sonic Superstars, this looked really cool. Especially being able to play, have some multiplayer, 4-player co-op, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. Like, that looks like a lot of fun. That looks a lot of fun. And who knows? Maybe they'll have some unlockable characters. I would love to play with Shadow. Shadow, I've always liked Shadow. But what's really cool about this is 2D Sonic with a 3D art style, which I think is amazing. Like, this game looks really good. Definitely you could tell, there's some classic stages in there. And like I said, 4-player co-op. I'm totally down. I mean, pretty much did the same thing with, the Mario Brothers game, the last Kirby game they did. So, hey, I'm totally down. Co-op style Sonic, why not? Why not? And this is a fall release for this year, so no specific release date yet. But I have to say, I was very impressed with Sonic Superstars. It looks really, really cool. So that's definitely a game I'm going to keep an eye out for. Spider-Man 2. Definitely Spider-Man 2 looked awesome. I still gotta finish playing through Miles Morales and the previous one, which I do own both of those. But Spider-Man 2 looked really cool. Definitely symbiote Spider-Man and just the impact from Venom. I can't wait to see. Not only that, what other characters and even villains we'll see in this game. Tell you, Insomniac Games has been really killing it with the Spider-Man games and a lot of the stuff that they've done with Ratchet and Clank. So definitely shout out to Insomniac Games. Shout out to my good friends Brandon Saprowski and Jeff Albert. Shout outs to you that work for Insomniac. Y'all are doing an excellent, excellent job. So just wanted to show y'all some love. But Spider-Man 2. We got a release date. October 20th. So another October release, just like Alan Wake 2. October 20th. Wow, so only 3 days. after Alan Wake 2. Ooh, man. Sounds like October may be a big month for gaming. Which, I mean, the fall season is usually the biggest season for video game releases. So this isn't a big surprise. But looks like October is going to be a key month this year for gaming. So I'm totally down. Totally down. Ryuga Gotoku Studios shows its face again with a new Yakuza-like game, another spinoff in the Like a Dragon series with Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. Interesting title. Very interesting title. But yeah, apparently, according to the information, this game is set between Yakuza 6 and Yakuza 8. I have to say, this definitely motivates me to start playing through the Yakuza series, which I do have the games. But yeah, I just haven't started them yet. But at least it is up for pre-order. You can wish list it now on PS4 and PS5, and it looks like release date is November 9th. Yeah, November 9th. And you can pre-order to get a Legendary Fighter Pack. But, oh, here it is. PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Series X and S, Windows, and Steam. So, got a barrage of platforms to play this on. But yeah, November 9th. So definitely we'll be picking that up. But yeah, I definitely got to start playing through that series. I've only played Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami 1. So those are the only ones that I've played so far. But yeah, I need to really play through that series, like in depth. I should play through that series. Let's see. They did a pretty much a Pokemon-like game with guns, and that was weird. Called Pal World. It looked really weird. I'll be skipping it, but it looked really freaking weird. I know a lot of folks are excited about Baldur's Gate 3. Never really got into the Baldur's Gate games, but I can respect that they are popular. I mean, it's a decently popular series, so I can respect that. They showed a clip from the new Twisted Metal series that features Anthony Mackie and my man, Samoa Joe, who plays the role of Sweet Tooth. Now, honestly, I'm not going to set any high expectations because this show could bomb badly. But part of me wants to check it out just for Sweet Tooth. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Part of me wants to check it out just for Sweet Tooth, being the fact that he's being played by Samoa Joe. So that's really all I can say. That's really all I can say about that. So yeah. So that's really all I got on that. But it'll be on Peacock. So definitely want to check that out. And I know 4th season of Call of Duty, Warzone, it's free to play. That's nice. I'll give it that. Okay, so apparently Microsoft and Porsche team up for some custom Porsche Xbox Series X's. And I'm sorry, but the one they showed looked like utter garbage. Looked like something that you would find in like a 70s diner or something like that. So it makes me think of a jukebox look to it. I don't like it. Maybe some of the other designs will be better, but that one design they showed off, it didn't look too good if you ask me. It didn't look good at all. So, yeah. Yeah, it no. No, 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 no. Nope. Mm-mm. Also, screw Fortnite. That's all I'll say about that. But screw Fortnite. Anyway, now let's get to the good stuff. The really, really good stuff. So, they showed off the trailer for Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis for iOS and Android, which pre-registration began today, and there's going to be a beta. There's going to be a beta for it. I have iOS, so I went ahead and signed up for that. But the really cool thing about this game that has me interested in is that this will cover the entire Final Fantasy VII timeline, including the spin-off games and side stories. Now, Final Fantasy VII, the original Final Fantasy VII is my all-time favorite video game. So I am extremely interested in playing this game, especially with the idea that it's covering every game in the Final Fantasy VII timeline. Like, that already has me interested. Just on that alone has me interested. I mean, the trailer was good and everything, but just that alone has me interested. So I definitely plan on checking that out. And I don't even play mobile games like that. And this has got me interested. So definitely looking forward to this game. Hopefully I get a chance to check out the beta. But what really catches my attention is one of the main stories that this focuses on is around Sephiroth. So I'm very, very interested. Sephiroth is one of my favorite, one of my all-time favorite video game villains. So, you know, anything with Sephiroth has got my attention. So definitely we'll be checking this out. Definitely registered. Hopefully I can make it into the closed beta test. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. And then, of course, got to talk about the big one. The finale. Whew. The finale ended up being a fresh, with gameplay, trailer of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And I have to say, I was marking out and rejoicing and cheering like crazy with the footage that I saw from this trailer. Like, wow. Wow. Getting a chance to see the open world and just things that caught my attention. The Chocobo Farm, Junin Harbor, Calm, Mithril Cave, Cosmo Canyon. I mean, they showed a clip of the observatory, Bugenhagen's observatory. So I thought that was really cool. Showed his character. And with the Chocobo Farm, showed you and your party riding on chocobos. That is fantastic. Like that. Wow. And just the gameplay that they showed. Being able to do more stuff with your party. You being able to control Red 13. They even showed Yuffie as playable. So, which has me hopeful that Vincent and Sid Highwind will be playable in this. But if not, that's okay. If not, that's okay. Already they've showed quite a lot of juiciness. Some of the enemies, we got to see the debuting Elena from the Turks, and you get to fight her and Rude. That was really cool. Another Genova that Sephiroth summons. We saw that. And not only that, something very intriguing at the end of that trailer. As Tifa was going up to attack Sephiroth, yelling at him, for him killing his father and, burning Nibelheim village, he says, "Do you know that I killed her? So then who is she?" Yo, I don't know what that means, but could that mean that Tifa gets killed? Or is Sephiroth just screwing around with Cloud's mind and just taking the whole manipulation on a whole nother level? Because we gotta admit, the story has definitely changed. And that is what, part of the expectation is with this. Like, y'all, what if Tifa is the one that gets killed instead of Aerith? Like, so many thoughts are just swirling around in my mind just from that last part. Just from that last part of the trailer. Like, because those that have played the original knows that, Sephiroth kills Aerith at the end of disc 1. Because the original was 3 discs. Now, I know a lot of people may be going crazy that, so they said that the release is going to be early 2024. So it is a next year release. And it will be on 2 discs. Here's the thing. Final Fantasy VII Remake, remember? That had 2 discs. One was a data disc, remember? So it's probably going to be the same way with this as well. It's probably going to be a data disc and then the game disc. So you'll probably just have to install the data disc first and then the game. That's what I'm thinking that they mean by 2 discs. So just something to keep in mind. Just something to keep in mind. Now, in regards to this, I definitely wanted to point out a couple of things. So check this out. One second. Okay, sorry about that. Had to reduce some of the background noise. Okay. So check this out. On the Final Fantasy VII Twitter, there were a couple of questions that were posted that some of the folks at Square Enix answered. So I wanted to go through these and also, point out, some details, especially a message from the creative director himself, Tetsuya Nomura. Okay, let's go through these questions. So, first question was how is development progressing on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? The producer Yoshinori Kitase provided the answer, which is, and I quote, "Development is progressing smoothly and according to plan. We're currently working on nailing down a release date for the game." Now, what we know so far, early 2024. So, it sounds like winter 2024. So, either January or February. I'm predicting it's going to be at around that time frame. Next question. How will players journey through the world outside of Midgar in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? The answer was provided by the director, Naoki Hamaguchi. The answer is, and I quote, "Players will be able to journey across the wide and multifaceted world with a high degree of freedom. experiencing a myriad of different stories along the way. That alone sounds very promising, y'all, about how much freedom we'll have to explore the world outside of Midgar. Because remember, the remake took place all inside Midgar. Rebirth, we're going outside of Midgar, and there's so much to check out. That's the gist that I'm getting from that statement. And a myriad of different stories, like, this gives me the idea that we'll get a chance to really go deeper into each character's story. That's very promising. Very promising. So, I really love that answer. Let's continue. Next question. What are some of the key things to look forward to in the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth story? All right, this answer was provided by Kazushige Nojima of Story and Scenario team. His answer, and I quote, says, players will witness a chain of narrative developments that lie at the very heart of the Final Fantasy VII story while discovering each character's destiny. Chain of narrative developments. So it's going through the story in sequence, but there's so much that's going to be involved surrounding each character collectively and individually. That's how I take that. That's how I take that. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right, next question. It says, do I need to play Final Fantasy VII Remake to enjoy Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? This answer was provided by co-director Motomu Toriyama. And the answer, and I quote, no. We have made preparations so that players who did not get a chance to play the first game can fully enjoy Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. So that makes me wonder if there's going to be an option to kind of like play or see like a catch-up video or a catch-up movie that goes through the key events of Final Fantasy VII Remake. It makes me think about, y'all remember when Shenmue 2 originally came out? It also came with a disc, Shenmue the movie, that kind of went through key events that happened in the first Shenmue for those that didn't get a chance to play Shenmue. That could be what they're doing with this. Maybe have an option that takes you through key events of Final Fantasy VII Remake. So, I like that. I like that idea. I definitely like that idea. How they will do that remains to be seen. Okay, next question. It says, has the battle system changed from Final Fantasy VII Remake? The answer was provided by the battle director, Teruki Endo. It says, his answer, and I quote, in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, new comrades will join you in battle, and you can cooperate with other party members in even closer ways than before. So, I mean, we already got Red 13, which he was in the remake, but he wasn't controllable. In this game, he'll be controllable. They showed Yuffie in the party as well, so at least we know we'll be able to play with Yuffie. Now, the only other characters I assume will be playable, Vincent Valentine, Sid Highwind. Now, whether they will be in this game or not remains to be seen. They just weren't seen in the trailer. But I am thinking that they probably both will or one of them will. But we'll see. We'll see. Because like I said, the way they're doing this is totally different from the original. Because remember, the remake all took place in Midgar. So, something to think about. All right. Question number 6. Will Final Fantasy VII Rebirth have new original music? The answer was provided by Keiji Kawamori, musical supervisor. He says, and I quote, "Many new tracks have been created for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and we will be making some new arrangements of tracks from Final Fantasy VII Remake as well." Heh. Say no more. That's pretty straightforward. That's as straightforward as you can be. And then, of course, the last question, when can I find out more about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth? Answer was provided by Tetsuya Nomura, the creative director. He said, more information will be revealed soon. We just had a trailer at the end of Summer Games Fest 2023. And I also want to point out that made a latest message. So check this out. Tetsuya Nomura says, here is the new Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer, the second part of the trilogy that was first revealed at Summer Game Fest. Take a look at our previously posted Q&A alongside it for a better understanding of the trailer content. All the latest information will be shared on this account, so please follow us and watch out for future updates. So that's on the Final Fantasy VII Twitter. So definitely check that out. But yeah, this is the second game, because remember, this is going to be a trilogy. That's another thing to keep an eye out and remember. This is a trilogy. We already have part 1 in Final Fantasy VII Remake. Part 2 is Rebirth, which we know early 2024 release. So y'all, there's one more part in the trilogy. Not sure how much Rebirth is going to cover, but keep in mind, there is one more part in this trilogy. I don't know about y'all, but I'm excited. I am so excited. I streamed my playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake and even included the intermission DLC as well. I am so excited for Rebirth. I cannot wait to continue the story. Like, this is going to make me want to play back through the remake again. Just with that much excitement. Who knows? I might finally summon up the courage to play through it on hard difficulty. We'll see. But this has me excited, y'all. I am so excited for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like, what a finale. And I'm just looking forward to... They got more other events to look forward to, but I really love what they've shown at Summer Games Fest. And yeah, that's pretty much all that I have for this video. Don't forget to check out Game Beauty. Let me know what y'all's thoughts are. What did y'all think about the Summer Games Fest 2023 show? What games are you looking forward to? What games are you the most excited about? Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube, my name is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. Hope everybody has a blessed evening, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out. Love y'all. Go play Final Fantasy VII.